Welcome to Off the Record with Sharon Stewart, featuring the best in rock and the stories behind the sound. Let's go off the record.
Hey, it's Sharon Stewart with Off the Record. Welcome to the podcast. Wow, this studio is a little smaller than at the station, but it's kind of cool, isn't it? It's kind of cozy. A little while back, I had the chance to sit down and talk on the phone with Rich Williams, legendary guitarist for Kansas, ahead of their show at the Benedum Center in Pittsburgh. Now, while that show has come and gone, this interview is packed with some great stories and insight that you don't want to miss. So let's roll tape and dive in to Off the Record. Hey, Rich, it's Sharon Stewart from Mega Rock. Just reading the news, I actually got an email from the website Bands in Town that Kansas is coming to the Benedum Center.
I think you're right.
Well, I know we talked last year before you were going to kick off the 50th anniversary tour. Seems like you've been doing this for more than a year, though.
Well, actually, it has rolled over into the 51st year.
Okay. So you started the 50th anniversary tour at the Benedum, and now you're coming back around. What's the deal? You got a connection there?
Rich Engler
so you know.
Been a very close friend of Kansas forever. And one of the first shows that we ever did was at the old Stanley Theater, which he owned, and then became the Benedum.
I heard you guys had connections in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and so Rich had stopped being a promoter, but we called him and asked him if he would consider jumping back into the ring and promoting the show. We felt like we owed it to him, at least the opportunity to say yes or no. And he jumped on it, so we did the first show at the Benedum. And then as the tour progressed and we started adding shows, he wanted the last show. And we thought, what a perfect bookend for this tour. Or bookends.
Right.
To start it and end it there. And so that's how it worked out.
That's pretty cool. So that's going to be one hell of a show at the end of the year.
Yes, that's our final show.
Oh.
And it's been a long tour, and so we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and so we're really looking forward to, glad but also sad that we're putting the 50th anniversary to bed finally. Very, very grateful that we are now on the third leg of it. It was originally only going to be 50 days. But we have a good round number, the 50th anniversary, 50 shows, but it was due to the popularity of it, we just kept adding and adding and adding. And I don't know how many we finally wound up will have done by the time we do that last show. There's a lot more than we expected.
Oh, yeah. So are you seeing retirement in the future, or what do you think, Rich?
Well, we don't talk about quitting. So I've been doing this since I was in high school. Yeah. And so it's kind of hard to imagine not doing it again. So it's just not really a conversation.
Okay. All right. But I do see you got something going on. You got a rock and romance cruise out of Fort Lauderdale. So that's in the new year. Are you going to be on that cruise?
Next year is going to be slammed. Yeah, so, ask me the question after next year.
Okay. Rich, last time we talked, you talked about, your sobriety. How you do? Are you still sober?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. How many years is that?
I stopped counting. It's been about 15 years.
That's great.
Yeah, I quit smoking too, so it's been, I can't imagine going back to that lifestyle.
Right.
I really can't.
Yeah, I did the same thing, quit drinking and smoking myself, so it's different.
I recommend it for everybody. It wasn't easy, but it's, I will say it's easy now. I don't even think about it. I haven't for years.
Right.
I did relapse, brief, after I'd quit. And the regret for taking another drink again was so horrible. I never wanted to have that feeling again. I don't know if I told you my story, but I was at a candlelight meeting one night, and there was, probably about 7, 8 people, and there's just one candle on a table, and you all sit around it, and it was very informal. You just kind of sit there in the silence, and then somebody would it wasn't, hey, I'm rich, I'm alcoholic. It would just, people would just start telling the story.
Mm-hmm.
And this was going on, and there's a kid in there, I don't know, 17, 18 years old. He goes, I'm not here because I have a drinking problem. My mom is at an Al-Anon dance next door, and I didn't want to be there for that, so I came in here. I do on occasion, and my dad was a bad alcoholic for years and years.
Mm-hmm.
But he became sober. He started going to AA and became a sponsor and wound up sponsoring hundreds of people. He was a leader of the AA group.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my dad is passed now, but my dad went out a winner. I was struggling in AA.
Uh-huh.
And that statement, all of a sudden, the bell rang in my head. It was just, that's what I'm going to do. I am going to go out a winner. I want my children to say that.
Yeah.
And my friends to say that. And so I'm a proud and grateful alcoholic.
Right.
And that one moment is what really changed my life. Well, there are 2 moments, that and my wife. She was very straightforward with me and said one of the most wonderful and frightening things I've ever heard was, I can't tell you what you're going to do, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If I keep drinking, she was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, sobriety has been wonderful and very easy.
Wow. I just recently lost my dad, and he's the same story. Quit drinking. I never thought he would. It was like a miracle when he quit drinking. And he went out a winner too. So I understand what you mean, about if you do relapse and you do pick it up again, it's kind of like, your streak is over. That's what keeps you going.
I was so disappointed in myself that, and to be clear, in honor of my father, it wasn't my dad, it was somebody else's dad.
Oh, okay. Oh, somebody else's dad. Okay.
It was the boy,
the kid that you were talking about. I get it. Yeah. So that's good to hear that you still, I'm kind of scared to ask that question when I talk to people, but yeah. Mega rock. Hey, for those of you just tuning in, I've been talking on the phone with Rich Williams, guitarist for Kansas. Celebrating 51 years with the band. And for those of you out there who don't know Rich, last time I heard Rich, you had perfect attendance and everything, Kansas, didn't you? Or does that streak still stand?
Well, I was until the hurricane hit our area.
Oh.
And so I missed 3 shows.
Oh, okay.
As we were digging out.
Yeah.
We were I think we were in Phoenix, headed for Las Vegas. And we had to cancel the Vegas show and get home.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
And we live in North Carolina, in Avery County, where it was just destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Well.
And so then unfortunately after that, the next weekend was 2 shows in Topeka and 1 show in Wichita, Kansas, which is, those are hometown gigs for me.
Right.
And I couldn't go. During COVID, we decided, Philly Hart and I decided we all needed understudies. And because of COVID especially,
right.
If suddenly someone, gets sick or something happens, we have somebody that can jump in and fill in.
Mm-hmm.
And so Scott Bernard, guitar player out of Nashville, was my understudy, and he was the band director for Kenny Loggins.
Mm.
And Kenny Loggins had just done his final tour. And so he was my insurance policy.
Yeah.
And he came in and did that. So I missed those shows, which broke my streak, which I didn't really like.
Yeah.
But
I
was glad he was available to do it, and he did a fantastic job.
Right. Another streak broken, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Well, you could pick up a new streak now. I don't know what you have planned, but whatever it is, I hope you keep on rocking, Rich, because...
Well, it was like baseball. It was a rain out.
Right.
It just doesn't really count.
Right. That's it. Well, I think this is the best time of year to go see a show, especially at the Benedum Center. I'm sure we can find out the details on your website, right? kansasband.com.
That is correct.
We can find you on Facebook and all that.
Sure.
Tweet you. Yeah. How are you with social media? Do you take part in it, or?
I watch. I don't engage with
That's the best
much.
way. I think that's the best way. All right, Rich. Well, hey, I appreciate you taking time out to talk to me, and I look forward to talking to you again about your next event and endeavor with Kansas. All right? You have a...
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Rich. Have a good one.
You bet.
That's a rebroadcast of my interview with Rich Williams back in December on Mega Rock. And that's it for Off the Record for now. Stay tuned because I do plan on more episodes, be it with legendary artists like Rich Williams of Kansas or local rock artists, up-and-coming artists too. So follow our RSS or just keep checking back here at megarockpa.com. That's it for Off the Record. I'm Sharon Stewart, and I'll see you on the air.